I remember watching this documentary one time where this linguistics professor named Noam Chomsky was saying how animals don't have language. And to further his point, he gave an example. He said, to say animals have language would be like me saying that I can fly, and I define flying as the ability to leave the ground under my own power. Then Chomsky jumped. I also remember, a few decades later, watching another program with this guy who discovered that birds could use grammar and could prove that they understood their trainer's use of what he called nested clauses in commands. No pun intended. Chomsky still couldn't fly. What am I trying to say? What I'm saying is that scientists don't know everything. That's what I'm saying. Fertility specialists, for example, they start by analyzing a man's semen for several factors. Sperm count came first. Dr. Warra's team told me that 20 to 100 million per sample was good. And mine clocked in at 105 million. Awesome. Next, they analyzed movement, only they called it motility. Whatever. My boys were swimming. Then they analyzed size. They said a man should blast about a good teaspoon a day. And shit, I could hit a teaspoon with a dick full of drugs, all numbed up, and I'd miss the cup. None of this was a problem. My problem was maturity and shape. That's how they described, shape. So why didn't they just say shape? I don't know. The shape of my sperm was abnormal, though. That's all I knew. That was all anyone knew. Because scientists don't know everything. My misshapen sperm meant more tests for me. Tests like imaging hormonal blood swollen veins and blocked tissue from the testicular tests on Callie, too, to see if Callie's cervical mucus, which I'd been testing for 18 months, was rejecting my sperm. Thanks a lot. They even tested to see if my own sperm was producing antibodies to reject itself, at which point I'd figured we'd covered all bases. Oh, but there was more. The hamster egg test, for instance. That's a test where they take your sperm and see if it can penetrate a hamster egg. Is hamster egg a code word for something other than what it sounds like? No, it's not. It's a hamster egg. They removed the outer covering of the hamster egg to give the sperm, my sperm, a fighting chance. Like my sperm wasn't up to the task. Like my sperm wasn't as tough as hamster sperm. The best part about the hamster test was Dr. Warra's assistant. She assured me that this test cannot result in a live birth. Yeah, because that's what I was worried about. Not infertility, not deformed or immaturely formed sperm. I was worried about half hamster, half man hybrids. Were hamsters. Once I'd cleared the hamster hurdle, Dr. Warra's medical staff did the necropenetration test. Guess what that is? A test to see whether my sperm could penetrate human eggs that were dead. Yeah. Again, the disclaimer, cannot result in a live birth. So, no zombies. What a relief. Callie underwent a battery of tests too. She had partially closed fallopian tubes, they said. Not even all the way closed, just partially. All this time, I'd assumed the problem was with her, but it was with me. My shit, not Callie's. Dr. Warra sat us down in his office one day and explained the situation. While your sperm do appear to have suffered some mutation, nevertheless, Whoa! I almost shrieked. Suffered a what now? Mutation? Wait, what do you... I looked over at Callie and whispered, I must be honest with you. My staff and I, we have never seen before such mutation? A bizarre mutation. A mutation? No. What happened to immature? A mutation such as yours. I liked being immature. A mutation such as yours may in fact be the first of its kind. But, Dr. Warra sighed, it may not rule out pregnancy. There's always a chance. Under the table, I felt Callie's hand settle over my human hand. I tried to clutch her fingers, to intertwine mine, and then both her hands came over, grasping both of my hands. It sounds silly, but such as yourself, even my mechanical Warra said, someone exposed to extreme levels of radiation. And that's all I heard. He said a lot of stuff, probably important stuff next. But all I remember was that one word, radiation. All those months, I thought, all that radiation. And then another word, or words, filled my head. Alchemist drills. Every one of those days, radiating myself, sterilizing myself for the greater good, for the great discovery, and they'd given me the Congressional Medal of Honor. How's this for honor? If I could go back in time, I'd cause a cave-in and bury the great discovery forever. Save the world? Fuck the world. Fuck the great discovery. Let the world explode. Only what you want, or your money back, I thought. Alchemist drills. Their slogan. Their bullshit sales pitch. That promise played over and over in my head until after a while, Kelly would tell me later. Those words were actually leaking out of my mouth. Vaporize anything. Over and over and over I said that. What you want for your money back. So I was only speaking to myself. I don't remember saying it at all. I just remember what I was thinking. I was thinking I wanted my money back.
Vaporize anything and only what you want for your money back.